such an asshole.
AssholeConsulting.com. Go there if you need a swift kick in the ass from your older brother like me, and you are willing to pay. It is not. I gotta. Sorry, guys. I gotta keep reminding people. I just had like 5 people, just like, you know, and it wasn't even that expensive. It's the standard 25 for an email, 35 for a video, and then nothing. It's like, do you fucktards not realize? I don't know if they're new or what, but it just amazes me how the baby boomers and Gen Xers have brought their children up to expect free shit. Hell, how the Gen Xers and baby boomers expect free shit. I don't give away free shit here. My feces cost a lot of money, because my shit is better than the golden words of the Democrats and Barack Obama. Hey, Aaron, I'd appreciate it if you keep me completely anonymous. First, some background information on myself before I ask you to do about girls. I'm 23 years old, work part-time at a low-rate job. I've never gone to college or plan on it anymore. I live in my own basement apartment alone. I own no car. I'm a very low skilled in life experiences and special skills for career purposes. My social life is non-existent. I have very few friends, none of whom I speak with anymore due to them being losers. I'm a loser myself, but unlike them, at least I have aspirations to change. Therefore, I'd rather be alone than waste time spent with them doing nothing but playing video games and smoke weeds, both of which I've quit now. Good, there you go. Nothing wrong with video games. Let's just, you know, have it run your life. Not sure how relevant mentioning these aspects of myself are, but here they are. Assume they are, since the question is about girls. If I'd have to rate myself against the general population in terms of looks, I'm probably in the top 5%. Is that population of your age, like 23-year-olds? Or is that like everybody? Because, yeah, dude, I'm in the top 5% compared to everybody else. Shit, once you get over 30, everybody just... beautiful. Both the guys and the gals. So, I mean, you get, if that's in the top 5% of 23-year-olds, that's good. Sorry if that sounds douchey to claim, but I eat 100% healthy food, work out regularly, and have pretty good aesthetic genetics. Good. No, then you're probably in the top 5%. It takes very little to be in the top 20. I mean, you just got to go run or walk and not be fat, really. You just to be in the top 5th, the top quintile, means you're not obese. Right? You just have to go walk and not die after a mile. I would have a better body at this point if it weren't for the multiple chronic injuries from foot to head I've been dealing with and I'm finally attempting to resolve. So fitness goals are unfortunately set aside at the moment for injury rehabilitation. Yeah, well, you can't work out unless if you got injuries. My IQ tested online by the site Queendom was 127. Apparently that puts me in the top 5% of IQ. Not sure how accurate that is, though, due to me finding myself quite slow from personal analysis. It's reasonable. You're in the ballpark. You know, plus or minus 8 or 9 points. You're definitely smarter than average, let's put it that way. In terms of resources and income, I make less than $25K a year and don't even own a car, so I must be at least in the bottom 10 to 20% of males. At 23, no. Not at 23. The fact you have a job puts you in the top half of 23. You don't forget how pathetic the millennials are. Just how pathetic they are as a generation, all right? So you have a job, you don't have student loans, and you have your own place. That, I mean, the fact you ain't living at home, right? You're doing way better than your peer group. I feel like I'm strangling behind my peers. No, you're not. Most men getting girls got interesting stories or accomplishment to tell girls, and I got, like, nothing. I guess I'm boring. Even though college degrees, for the most part, are a joke, I can't help but be jealous sometimes that at least they did a path and are now getting on with their life somehow while I'm still in the same place, basically. No, you're not. Unless they majored in engineering, all right, or something worthwhile, you are in better position than 2/3. 2/3 of the people go and piss away their time on worthless degrees. So you have no debts, you have a job, you're in the top third in all reality. And I'm not saying this to kiss your ass, I'm saying this so that you kids who didn't go to college realize that was a good thing. Because otherwise you would have been forced to go to school for something you didn't like or really have your heart into or really was going to pay off. And there's nothing wrong with taking the time to figure it out first before you go on and apply yourself to a particular career or field. So you're doing way better than the average millennial. I got some major... where am I? I got some major female absence in my life. It's been about 2 years since I've been with a woman for a hookup, and the ones I did hook up with in the past, only 4, were all terribly under my league and ugly as fuck. I promised myself never to settle for ugly ever again. Do you think refusing to be with average or ugly girls is a bad thing? No, dude, I don't even know how you got it up for an ugly chick. I really don't know how. Like these guys like, fat chicks are like moped, they're fun to ride, but but you're embarrassed to see it. You're embarrassed when people see you on them. It's like, how do you get it up for someone you're not physically attracted to? The girls either do it for you or they don't. All right? But this, I got some major female absence in my life. That sounds desperate. That reeks of desperation. So if you are desperate, and you know if you are, knock it the fuck off. And I don't care if you gotta bathe and bleach, you knock it the fuck off. Right? Do you think refusing to be with everyone? No. I'm working on several goals right now, but often find myself retreating to a nihilistic attitude due to the feeling there's no worthy inspiration. When I do seldom decide to study, thoughts will strike me suddenly like, why aren't you out there chasing hot young girls and trying to have fun like everyone else your age? It's like I can't separate my self-improvement from pussy. I can't go like a fucking hour without thinking about sex. It's also like I can't get over the fact I'm getting older now and I'm just letting my youth pass away. I try very hard not to fulfill the urges with porn, by the way, since I feel like it depresses me furthermore afterwards. Because of this, I figure my core inspiration to accomplish my goals is to raise my sexual market value in order to get hotter chicks, since my subconscious guides my mental energy towards them constantly. But I find this exactly why any burning desire to improve dissipates. Let me read this again. Because of this, I figure my core inspiration to accomplish my goals is to raise my sexual market value in order to get hotter chicks, since my subconscious guides my mental energy towards them constantly. But I find this exactly why any burning desire to self-improve dissipates. This realization causes me to just halt and pass the time with walking, thinking, listening to podcasts, videos, and music rather than chasing my goals. I've been stuck in this cycle of nothingness for a long time now, years. I carry much disdain and resentment for women fundamentally. Why? Why do you carry disdain? You haven't done anything. How do you haven't even interacted with them? If you went out, got your ass shot down, got stood up like all the rest of us men did, then you'd have the right to have the disdain. But if it's been 2 years, I mean, my God, do you even know what a boob looks like nowadays? I do not hate them, but I am greatly unsettled by their manipulative nature of playing the victim exploitation and standoffishness. Okay, well, that's girls your age, and you don't have the right to complain because you haven't gone out there and suffered, okay, recently. I'm a vulnerable, honest person by nature, and I feel like girls hate me for this. When I reflect on conversation with girls or I observe circumstances where men are successful at scoring, I see that I would have been more successful if I merely lied to them on several levels or dressed better or got a gay haircut. Now you're... Yes! Yes! Your observations, Mr. 127 IQ man, are correct. Girls like stupid things. They like frivolous things, pointless things, baubles and trinkets. That's the majority of them, and that's the majority of men too. All right, but you're interested in girls, we're not going to talk about guys. Right? But yes, girls like to be lied to. Do you think Oprah got rich by telling them truth? You think Obama got elected by telling them truth? Women want to be lied to, and they reward people who lie to them. And I understand how that turns your gut around like, God, I fucking can't do it. Dude, you didn't make the rules. You didn't make the rules. Right? Now, some girls age and mature, and some girls who are 23, they're not like this, of course. And there are some good girls out there. But the vast majority of them, like the guy with his fucking collar up and the fucking sunglasses on with the slats, and then he's indoors and it's night, that's what is rewarded, okay? And physique, but you got the physique. You got the hardest part down. It's just putting on a stupid shirt and acting like a moron. You know, go get drunk. Go like, hey, baby. I mean, you know, just go to, I know I wouldn't advise this for long-term stuff, but go to a nightclub just to get into the waiting pool a little bit and figure it out a little bit. Just to change your environment up a little bit. But yes, at 23 years old especially, girls are dumb. Boys are dumb too, but again, you're not interested in boys, you're interested in girls. But girls are really dumb. And what you're observing is not incorrect. It's true. This makes me even dislike them more. Also, I can't ever seem to intellectually relate with any of them, and they never provide any stimulating conversation. I hate how they expect men to initiate and carry everything, even as simple as the conversations. I hate them for this because it's their way of holding the power of rejected, not being rejected. Dude, you are sounding like a true misogynist now. You sound like one of these virgin towel guys. All right? You haven't had anything to do with them for 2 years, and now you're observing it. Look, there's a difference between not respecting them and hating them and blaming them for your fucking failures at life. I can understand how you don't respect women. On the whole, I don't respect women either. They gotta prove it to me. It's like, oh, you have a real job and you don't have debt and you stayed married and you either raised your kid or the father raised the kid and you got my respect. But for the most part, based on voting, you could assume about 70% of them are socialist, ever-increasing state, woe is me, bail me out type of gals. Right? But that doesn't mean they've done anything personally to hurt you. You gotta, to be fair, you have to give every girl a shot. Not that you have to ask every girl out, but you can't judge them until you get to know them. Now, some of them you can kind of write off when you see the woo party. Like, yeah, okay, you can write off. Or the bachelorette party with the tiara gal and the fucking dildos running around downtown. All right, you can write those off. But there's like this, you just sitting at home stewing like a fucking. You are a basement dwelling, not virgin, but you're pretty damn getting close to a virgin towel. And again, you can keep this life up, or you can make some changes. Never provided. I hate how they expect. I hate them for this because it's their way of holding the power of rejecting, not being rejected. It is a worthless pursuit to try to have any intellectual. Is it a worthless pursuit to try to have any intellectual and or thoughtful conversation with girls? In the past, when I was kind of pursuing girls, I would get their number, make a plan they agreed to, and they wouldn't even have the courtesy to cancel. Right? Look up the rule: 50-50-25. That's welcome to the real world, son. I would have to ask if we're still on like a sad, desperate puppy. No, that's not sad or desperate. That's just legitimate. That's honest now. They've played these games. This is what it's called for. This happened more than 80% of the time, except as being the ugly ones I settled for. This caused me to be enormously angry because, okay, and your anger just makes you less attractive to the attractive women. This caused me to be enormously angry because it was such an obvious, glaring trend. It made me hate myself in a sense because to me at the time it revealed something really sucked about myself I don't really know. No, there's nothing wrong with you. See? You immediately go to this dark side of the force. I hate them, I hate you, I hate you! And then, like, you hate yourself. Dude, the gal said yes to a date. Right? And it was about when I was your age, I started waking up and realizing, wait a minute, there's nothing wrong with me. There's something wrong with them. They said they want to be treated equal. I want to be treated like, well, when a man says, I'll be there at 5, usually the guy's there at 5. And all of a sudden, oh my God, my girlfriend just broke up with her boyfriend and she really needs me. Of course, this is all moot nowadays. Everything is done online, but that's what the excuse was in the 90s. But once I realized it, I didn't, at minimum, I didn't get angry and hate myself. Right? You got mental issues. I go talk to a therapist, man. I really would. Because you just default to hate and anger and rage. No, not even rage, but depression. They act like all men are so shallow, and in reality, they're probably shallower. Yes, just for different reasons. They're probably rejecting me because I didn't own a car. Well, that could be one thing. Or maybe I just came across as really boring. That could be another thing. I don't really fucking know. Or maybe I'm not as good looking as I think. Now, you can find out how good looking you are by throwing your picture up on hotornot.com. You'll get it right there. Just to make my intentions clear, I don't want a serious relationship right now. I just want some friends who are girls who would chill once in a while and let me have sex with them. Simple. No, it's not. So, girls do not just let you have sex with them. I know pickups artists will say they will, but female friends, the friends with benefits, you can pull it off, but it isn't lasting. They inevitably always want to have a relationship afterwards. So you might have a modicum of success with that. But inevitably it's, where are we going? I told you, bitch, we are just friends with benefits. You are not my girlfriend. We have the Makey with the Bam Bam regularly to get our jollies off, but we have no love for one another. It doesn't last. I'm disgusted by drunk girls, so going out and doing night game is not an option for me. I'll be more happy with some girls who are at least close to attractive to myself. Girls in the top 15% would be good enough. Okay, now you're delusional. You're not going to get the top. That's what? 8.5s? 8.5s and higher? You're not getting it. Be happy with a 6 or 7. Can you bang her? Good. Go out with her. Some that you can just, them not being fat is the most important aspect. All right, good. I look young for my age, so unfortunately it's harder for me to attention from girls who are around my age. Do you think it's a problem if I go with legal age girls who are around? No, dude, no. They seem to give me the best responses on cold approaches or checking each other. No! You're not going to jail, no. So how the hell do I solve this, Aaron? Is the answer going out there, wasting my time chasing skirts, playing the numbers game, and eventually just getting a lay just to get it out of my system? Perhaps while doing so, try to remedy some of this burdening hatred I carry for women? There you go. Any ideas on how I can appreciate them more, mentally speaking? Or do you think it'll just serve me better to buckle down? Who the fuck is calling me now? Fucking Christ. Or do you think it'll serve me better to just buckle down, make up for all the laziness and wasted years of my life, and get to smashing my goals and not giving a flying fuck if I get laid at all this month or next year? Would it be a waste of my time, example, to go to the mall for an hour or two and try and get some dates going? Regards. Okay, dude, you are in no mental state to start approaching women. You're depressed, you're angry, you're hate-filled, and you're pathetic. You're really fucking pathetic. They're out to get me. It's like getting angry at the lion for wanting to eat the gazelle. Or the snake for eating the mouse. This is in their nature. Okay, this is just how they are. Now, if you all of a sudden get angry at them for what their nature is, instead of accepting these are the new rules and be thankful that you have that knowledge now and you can play the game more effectively. And worse, you do it and then I just want to... no, you are in no condition. Who wants to go with you? You're fucking ear. You're a fucking sap. You're fucking depressing. Girls want to laugh. They want to have fun. They want the fun guy. You come walking in there like some emo kid with nylon on your arms and mascara around your eyes. Fuck, who wants to hang out with you? You're so desperate you're thinking about going to 16 and 17-year-olds? Fuck no. You need to work on you first. Okay. Your statistics and numbers and every observation you have about women is correct. Your conclusions are completely wrong, and your emotional depressiveness and sadness that comes along is completely tainting you. That's where you stench. It's not even desperation, it's just stench of depression. Alright? So until you get rid of all that shit, there is no reason for you to go to the mall, hit on girls, go to a night game or anything like that. You need to get the fuck out of the basement. Now you're making great progress, quitting the pot and the video games, but you gotta do something else, man. I don't care if it's joining the military, I don't care if it's running a marathon, I don't care if it's hiking, I don't care if it's writing a book, I don't care if it's going to school. You have got to go and start putting shit on your hard drive. You got to start putting games on your computer that girls want to play. So go take some ballroom dance lessons. Do not take them to meet chicks. Go and learn to dance. You're good at listening to podcasts, probably picking up some philosophy, some interesting things. Anything, man. Go kayaking. But you're probably going to have to get another job. You're going to need to get a fucking car. Alright, I'm terribly sorry. Maybe get a motorcycle. Learn to work on motorcycles. Get a motorcycle. Then go drive across the country. Pick up Reconnaissance Man. Be Reconnaissance Man. You have to go and you have to present something to women more than a hate-filled, angry, depressed, sorry-ass, borderline, virgin-tile fuck. No girls want that guy. Right? I remember there was times I was on fire and it just served an upward spiral where I would get more girls because I was so on a mental high from getting. It was like I couldn't fail. All right, but you're going to have to accept these new numbers. The majority of girls your age, especially your age, are party, booze hounding. They're worthless. They're pretty worthless. Look up the rule of 50, 50, 25. Only about 30% of the girls that say yes to a date are going to go on a date. Okay, only about 30, which is in line with the statistics you have. You're not going to, well, you might score an 8.5, a 9, even a 10, but dude, aim for the 6s to the 7s, 6s to the 8s, get a 9 if you can. And yeah, don't date fat chicks, but man, right now, this is one of the more sad, depressing emails I've read. And it is the sadness and depression that is preventing you from getting the girls. So what you need to do is take that 127 IQ and you need to start turning yourself into somebody that people want to go out with. And it's anything and everything. All right? Don't go to pickup school. Oh, girls, they're like this and they're like that. And hey, look at me. Vinny's over there. Now watch Vinny walk. Oh, see? Vinny didn't use his left hand. He should have used his right because of the left. Dude, go on an adventure and figure out who the fuck you are first. So that the next time you come back, you have like characteristics, traits, stories, a core to yourself to present these women aside from, I'm a depressed loner who lives in the basement. And then that's it. That's the best thing. And that's going to take some time. It's going to take some time. You know, and not to say you're not going to meet a nice girl along the way. Cool if you do. You know, keep a line in the water for it. But you offer nothing of value to women. Nothing right now. And you know, you're on your way. You're working out. You're trying to make it. Keep doing that. Keep going down that road of self-improvement. But you got to get rid of this attitude. And the best way to get rid of this attitude is to swear off women for now, because you're no good to them, and work on you. And then when the new you version 2.0 comes out, then try and start dating some girls. All right, you guys got questions, go to assholeconsulting.com. America's older brother will take care of you. You need to read my books, go to amazon.com. You can find all my books there in case you can't afford a consultation. And then listen to the Clary podcast where I yell and curse and swear at the internet and somehow make money off of it. We'll see you kids later. Toodles.